Jesus didn't just change laws or society. He changed the way we work, care for the sick, and create beauty in the world. From our everyday jobs to hospitals and incredible works of art, his influence shows up in ways we don't always notice. Welcome back to Bookmarked. In our last video, we talked about how Jesus transformed society, education, science, and freedom. Today, we're diving into how his impact shapes our work, brings healing to the sick, inspires art, and fills our lives with the power of grace. The Bible presents work as a calling, something meaningful, dignified, and purposeful. Even Jesus worked with his hands as a carpenter. Scripture praises diligence, integrity, and excellence, while warning against laziness and dishonesty. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Proverbs 21 verse 5. The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. Proverbs 11 verse 1. Do you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. Proverbs 22 verse 29. This Christian worldview affirms personal responsibility and private property, while also calling for care of the poor through generosity and charity, not government-enforced welfare or forced redistribution. All work, whether great or small, becomes an act of stewardship and worship when done for God's glory. Christian compassion has left a lasting mark on health and medicine as well. Jesus' care for the sick inspired generations of believers to do the same. Hospitals, nursing, and humanitarian medicine grew directly out of Christian concern for suffering people. Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing, drew deep inspiration from her Christian faith. Henry Dunant, an evangelical Christian, founded the Red Cross to care for wounded soldiers. Louis Pasteur, a devout Christian, revolutionized medicine through breakthroughs in bacteriology, saving countless lives. Christianity even shaped attitudes toward preventive health, teaching respect for the body as God's creation. Applied Christianity in this sense is healthy. The arts also show a strong influence of Christ. For centuries, Christian faith has inspired much of Western art, music, and literature. Artists like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci used Bible stories to create famous works such as the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the Last Supper, which are still admired around the world today. In music, composers like Johann Sebastian Bach and George Friedrich Handel wrote works based on their Christian beliefs. Handel's Messiah, for example, continues to be performed worldwide and shares messages of hope and redemption. Christian ideas have also shaped great literature. Writers such as John Bunyan, C.S. Lewis, and J.R.R. Tolkien created stories that explore good and evil, sacrifice and hope. Books like Pilgrim's Progress, The Chronicles of Narnia, and The Lord of the Rings have influenced millions of readers. This same Christ who inspired such enduring works stepped into a broken world 2,000 years ago to bring rescue, healing, and the promise of God's kingdom. He is still at work today, changing hearts, restoring lives, and offering hope until the day he returns. To know him and make him known is a deep privilege and the most meaningful mission we can share. Life with Christ is a blessing, and through him we are called to become a blessing to others. Of course, critics often point to dark moments in church history. The Crusades, the Inquisition, witch trials, as reasons to reject Christianity. But these moments were not reflections of Christ. They were departures from his teachings. Christianity is judged by Christ, not by imperfect Christians. History also shows that under openly atheist regimes, human life was often treated as expendable. When God is rejected and nothing is sacred, life itself quickly loses its value. The book ends with a clear call to action. History isn't random, it's his story. Christians are called to bring truth, compassion, and faith into every part of life. Family, education, science, government, art, and culture. Jesus Christ didn't just change history. He's still changing lives. And every generation must answer the same question. What will we do with him? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue exploring the next topic with us here on Bookmarked.